Is it going to be more funny or less funny?
I don't know.
It's not a two-volt.
Wait, fuck.
Now let me ask you this.
My dad has Facebook, so maybe he can read it.
Patrick's just put up Facebook that said I got my dick pierced. Get over it, and he just realized that his dad follows us.
You have something, Dad.
That's freaking awesome.
Well, thankfully, he barely knows how to use his own iPhone, so hopefully he doesn't read that.
Nah, he's getting notifications, man. That thing's pinging.
I know. It's getting blown up.
That thing's buzzing.
I'm going to give him a call right now.
He's going to look at You're going to have a talk. You still live with your mom and dad, right?
I do currently.
That is the ultimate geek right there, guys.
Well, I mean, to put it in perspective, the only reason that I live with my parents right now is because I've had roommates in the past that can, and Alex lived with me during this, that can't afford their rent.
And
Not
Nick.
Well, no, and Nick. When I lived out in Austin, when I was living in Austin, I was making about between $1,500 and $1,600.
Aren't you moving in with Alex?
I'm debating on it right now, but I just don't know right now.
He's got a nice apartment.
He does. I've been there, but yeah, like when I lived out in Austin, I was making about $1,600 a month, and at the end of the month, I'd have nothing to show for it because I was paying all our bills. And this was before Alex moved in, and then Alex had to. Me and him shared a room, and it was basically me and him paying for everything because our roommates couldn't pay for their stuff. So finally, I was just like, take my name off the lease. I was like, I'm moving back to Hutto. I found somewhere to live. I was like, I don't want to live there. They never wanted to go out and do stuff. I mean, we were like 10, 15 minutes from downtown, Lady Bird Lake, all that stuff. We weren't old enough to drink, but we were old enough to, like, we could go to, like, the Greenbelt or Zilker Park or somewhere. And they never wanted... I'm in the spotlight right now. They never wanted to go out. No, to put it this way, I would wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I would drive from Austin, which past Lakeline Mall. I lived on 620. I would drive to Target in Pflugerville, the Super Target in Pflugerville. I'd get there about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Target?
Yeah, Target. I would work from about 7 in the morning to about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I would have to put up with rush hour traffic.
Hold on. What's that group that does the Christmas stuff with the orchestra and the...
There's a lot of groups. There's that. Are you talking about the rock and roll one?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's
not Manhattan Steamroller.
No, because I just saw them. It's Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yes, Trans-Siberian
Which
Orchestra.
Johnny loves.
Continue.
Oh, here.
Oh, so yeah, so I would I'd get off work at about 4 or 5 o'clock. I'd have to deal with rush hour traffic on 35. I'd get home around 6. And this was before Alex moved in with us, but I would get home at 6 o'clock in the evening, and my roommates, who they would either have a job or they'd be looking for one, they would either be still asleep or they would be just sitting around watching Netflix. And there were
this is when you guys were all downtown, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rocks.
Yeah, we lived, if you get onto 620 where the toll road ends, you go down quite a few ways. We lived at Tintara Apartments. I was probably 10 minutes from Lake Travis. To put into perspective, where the dam is at Lake Travis.
Yeah, I know.
I was about 10 minutes away from there. And they never wanted to go out. Like, I'm an outdoor person. I love
That's the one where the guy had his girlfriend living in there.
Yeah.
She never cleaned anything. They never cleaned anything. And
No.
you guys would work all day, come home. And
yeah, it was basically, it was me and Alex paying for everything. And we were sharing a room, so if like he wanted to bring his girlfriend over, I'd be like, well, I guess I'm sleeping on the couch tonight, or vice versa, or anything like that. We didn't have internet, anything like that. But no, it was from the start. It was me pretty much paying all our bills, and there were times where I moved out. I'm like 19 years old, and there were times where I would have to go to my mom and my dad, and I'd be like, "Hey, I need money for rent." And my parents are like, "You're making $1,600 a month. What do you mean you need money for rent?" They're like, "You don't pay a car payment. Your car's paid off. You just pay your phone bill, and you pay your." They were paying my phone bill at the time just because my dad got a discount through the city of Hutto.
Uh-huh.
So my parents were like, "You don't have a car payment because we bought you your car. You don't pay your phone bill because your father gets a discount. Please explain why the hell you're asking us for money right now." And I just straight up told them, I was like, "I'm sorry, my roommates can't pay their bills. I'm sorry, I'm making $1,600 a month, and it's all going towards bills and gas money." Yes, Trans-Siberian. I'm sorry, I have ADD. I have seen these guys live, and they are awesome.
You know what this means, don't you?
Yes.
Right.
What does it mean?
It means it's commercial.
Oh, okay. Well, let's listen to the song.
All right, we'll be right back. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Radio Global Network, and you're listening to On the Air.
Spot On with Lino and Tom. Tune in for some topical discussion and laugh therapy with Lino and me. I'll be covering my favorites like weird news of the week and what I'm liking on Netflix, the next best gadget, and whatever else comes to mind.
We both have our own interests. I love reporting on the latest movies being filmed here in Boston, checking out new musical talent, and just talking to people.
We'll also be featuring segments such as on-the-spot interviews where Lynn and I venture out and ask questions of our listening public.
That's my favorite part, besides hanging out with my buddy Tom. Now that's the icing on the cake. And cake, I love talking about cake. We love talking about everything. So tune in Monday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern, right here at Armed Radio Global.
Trust Princeton Fuel in Arlington to help you avoid the Montreal Express this winter. Their professionals will attend to your every heating need, whether it's oil delivery, new heating systems, or maintenance and repair. Family owned and operated for over 25 years. Located at 46 Frost Street in Arlington. Call Princeton Fuel at 781-643-0058 now. And don't get left out in the cold.
Who's the candy man? Why, Brian Smiley, of course. Brian Smiley Candy Company. There you'll find aisles and aisles of every candy imaginable. Brian Smiley Candy Company is located at 35 Industrial Parkway in Woburn, Massachusetts. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 p.m. or call them at 781-935-1660. Brian Smiley is the Candyman.
Hi, now I know you hear Joe Rocks on their weekly restaurant reviews on Night Talk 10 p.m. Eastern. And boy, these two like to eat. Right, boys? Well, here's something to review right from your house. Eat24. That's right, Eat24.com. With over 25,000 restaurants for you to choose from when you're hungry. Many in your area. So review that, boys. Eat24.com. Click, order, and eat. Eat24.com. Hi, now I know you hear Joe Rocks on their weekly restaurant reviews on Night Talk 10 p.m. Eastern. And boy, these two like to eat. Right, boys? Well, here's something to review right from your house. Eat24. That's right, Eat24.com. With over 25,000 restaurants for you to choose from when you're hungry. Many in your area. So review that, boys. Eat24.com. Click, order, and eat. Eat24.com.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at Route106Motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. Route106Motors.com.
Savino Wine Preservation System is wine preservation glassware. Savino is an easy-to-use wine preservation system that allows you to enjoy your favorite wines anytime without waiting for an occasion. Open any bottle with confidence, knowing that you can enjoy the full original flavor of Tuesday's wine on Saturday. For more information, visit us at www.savinowine.com. Today's wine, tomorrow.
Your search for love and companionship ends here. Join now at TalkToSingles.com for free. It's a new, high-quality, internet-based personal dating service that allows single men and single women to meet and engage in electronic conversation in the safety and comfort of their home computer. It's a dedicated team providing online dating services for successful matchmaking. Join today absolutely for free and start connecting with singles in your area now. And check out the Android app. Go to TalkToSingles.com. That's singles.com.
Of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children.
We got 30 minutes left?
No, we got an hour left, man.
We can talk about.
Do we?
Yeah. Welcome back to the show, live in studio. Patrick Danger Davis.
And my dick piercing.
And your dick. I can't believe you did that.
I posted it on Facebook, so now I'm just waiting
What
for...
do we call him, Nick? What do we call him?
Nick the grandfather clock.
Grandfather
Nick
clock.
the grandfather clock. Seth the Wanderer. Heather Bumpus, who's...
They're out having a cigarette break.
This is totally unplanned. We're just having fun here. This is the last show of 2014. Can you believe that, guys?
I mean, I really
It's been
cannot
it's been a
believe
fun
it's
year.
been a good year. I can't believe it's almost over. I mean, like I feel like when I started 2014, it was me, it was Aaron, Daniel, or it was Daniel's baby daddy Aaron, because we're just gonna call him that. It was me.
Yeah, we were calling that for the.
Yeah,
Where is he
for a
anyway?
while,
He's supposed
yeah.
to.
I thought he was supposed to be here.
Now, is Danny on her way back?
I don't know. She said she would text me. She's out in San Marcos helping a friend move. But like when I started, I rang in 2014, December 30th. I went and shaved completely, and I had decided that for 2014 I was going to do the year of the beard, and I got about halfway through it, and I went and got a haircut.
Then you turned into a woman.
No. I wanted to keep my job.
This has been November of last year before, 2013 November.
Nice. Well, basically what happened
and I've
was...
trimmed it, so.
Yeah. I went to have get a haircut, and then I immediately went back to work afterwards, and I didn't wash any of my hair out, so I've got, like, hair cut in my hair that's still up there. So I went, and I had a table come by, and they ordered... It was 20...
Why do you hang your head over the food?
It's not that I'm holding the food in my hand. I mean, if I'm leaning over the table to talk to them, basically what happened was I got a haircut, went back to work. This particular table, they had ordered a $40 bottle of wine. They're ordering like $23, $25 plates of food. And when I dropped the food off, apparently because I had just gotten a haircut, I got some of my hair in their food. They complained about it. The managers pulled me aside, and I tried to tell them, I was like, hey, I just got a haircut. It was my phone. I was like, I just got a haircut, blah, blah, blah. And they were just like, well, what we need you to go do is, they were like, do you work tomorrow? And I got my haircut on a Friday. So Saturday, Sunday, the weekends, that's usually when a server/bartender makes their money. I wasn't a bartender at the time, but I was a server, and I was working a double Saturday night, and I needed the money for rent. So I was like, yeah, I'm working a double Saturday night. And they're like, all right, well, this is what we need you to go do. We need you to go shave, or you can give your shift up tomorrow to somebody else. So when it came down to...
So basically, shave or you're fired.
It was basically either shave or you're fired. Not necessarily fired, but we'll see you on Monday, and I needed the money for rent. So I went home, I shaved. This was we're talking like 6 months worth of beard work here. So, and I did not have a good razor. I had like a 2-3 bladed razor, so it took about 2 hours to shave it all off and get myself clean shaven. And I couldn't, at the time that I delivered the food, I couldn't say, well, hey, maybe it had been the cook's hair or anything, because the only cook in there at the time was blonde. This was during our afternoon lunch rush, where it's not too busy, but you can work with one cook. So I couldn't be like, hey, it's not my hair, it's the cook's hair, because he was blonde and I have like a dark brownish hair. So, but yeah, since November of 2004.